to Ellen Road, where the match referee Paul Durkin is about to call everyone to observe a minute's silence in memory of John Charles.
John was a world-class footballer, whether playing centre-half or centre-forward, but it never changed him, play never changed him. A man who was never booked or sent off in his playing career, a man whose grace and skill was sight to behold and a pleasure to watch. Please now join us as we pay our respects by observing a minute's silence at the referee's whistle.
Observed in memory of a man who played 327 games for Leeds, scored 157 goals, but the statistics of his career only tell half the story. John Charles, known to everyone who had the privilege of meeting him as one of life's great gentlemen. It's the 100th league meeting between two clubs who've been major rivals for over 40 years. Back in the 60s and 70s, it was the league title they competed for. Today, it's 3 points that could save Leeds from relegation and could send Liverpool into the Champions League. Who knows? Leeds, like the Yorkshire Rose, are in white. Liverpool wear the red of Lancashire. But the significance of this battle goes far beyond the Pennine divide. Gallagher leaving the first clearance to Sami Hyypiä. Very strong sunlight in the eyes of the Leeds defenders in this first half, and the first testing ball for them was played into the path of Michael Owen, intercepted by Dominic Matteo, former Liverpool player, and the Blues will tell you that Harry Kewell has not had a warm welcome back to Ellen Road. Here's Barosh, who had a marvellous game on his return to the Liverpool starting lineup, and Owen almost getting through again.
A couple of important interceptions, one initially by Dominic Matteo and then from Stephen Colwell. I talked about the clever running of Michael Owen, and already we've seen him close to getting in behind the two centre-backs of Leeds United.
Milner's layoff. Liverpool win it back again in midfield. Leeds went back to the bottom of the Premiership despite that fantastic draw at Manchester United. But they're now only 3 points from safety. They've got 21 from 26 games. You have to believe that the miracle is still possible. The financial miracle might be rather harder to achieve. Tony's pass to Smith. His layoff in behind Viduka, but the Australian gains possession again, and a clever ball down the left. Smith and Pennant both making ground towards the penalty area. Backer forcing the clearance by Finnan, who fell heavily. Good build-up play early on here from Leeds. They'll be looking for their first corner, but they won't get it as Hyypiä clears only for a throw.
I think when you're the home side, Alan, it's important that you try and put in much pressure on as possible in the opening 10 or 15 minutes and just test out the opposition.
Becker's little ball to Viduka was cleared by Onshow. And then Finnan completes the clearance in the direction of Barosh, who fouled the defender. Stephen Colwell, who's here, of course, on loan from Newcastle United. Only his 4th appearance. And recently won his 3rd cap for Scotland in their 4-0 defeat against Wales. Only one win in the last 10 Premiership games for Alan Smith and his teammates. 4-1 here against Wolves over a fortnight ago. They've drawn 3 and lost 6 in that spell. Taken just 6 out of the last 30 points available. Eddie Gray now in his 16th match in charge, just 3 wins in that time. The man gets it clear for Liverpool. I thought he produced a man-of-the-match performance on Thursday night against Levski Sofia, and certainly Liverpool always look a better team, and he's at the heart of their midfield.
Yeah, he does, because he just sweeps up in front of the 2 centre-backs, and that's so important, I think, to Liverpool. And what it does do, it allows Steven Gerrard to get forward and show everybody the type of ability and quality he's got in the final third, and I think that's important balance for Liverpool.
Liverpool 6th, 3 points behind the final Champions League place, but they do have a game in hand on most of their rivals. If they win here today, they'll go level on points with Newcastle United and move ahead of Charlton. Newcastle will play later, of course, against Portsmouth. His pennant for Leeds. Johnson in the middle, Bakker. Good early challenge by Carragher. The ball spins loose to Johnson. That's a fine pass for Pennant. Carragher battling hard. Kelly's through ball just deflected away off Harry Kewell to Bakker. And now Kelly again. The Duke of the target. Hamann with an excellent ball out to Murphy. He just lost control of it. Domi, Milner.
Started very quickly, hasn't it, this football match? Leeds have come out the traps and trying to set about Liverpool. We thought that might happen. Certainly it'll be an interesting tussle. We've just seen Mark Viduka up against Sancho, also Alan Smith against Sami Hyypiä.
That's a great ball for Kewell. He's got Owen with him. Still Harry Kewell trying to get it round onto his left foot, finds Owen instead, and Owen almost squeezed it in on the far post, deflected behind for a corner.
That was a brilliant ball, wasn't it, from Didi Hamann. Sort of went up, back, and then the third man running, which was Harry Kewell. And Leeds just frantically trying to get men behind the ball, and Kewell looked as if he was just running out a little bit of ground and space. And Michael Owen very nearly squeezes that in towards the far post. It just takes a deflection off Gary Kelly.
Here's Kewell again. He scored from this range against Levski. That shot was rather more accurate, though.
Yeah, he seems to have been struggling really for the best part of 3 or 4 months, Harry Kewell, with his problem with his ankle, but he keeps playing, and it's important for Liverpool and for him that he does, because he needs to get some consistent form. We know about the ability and the quality. We talked about that at the top of the show, but in form, he's one of the threatening midfield players in this Premiership.
It was his 10th Liverpool goal on Thursday night. Duke winning the header, and then safely back by Finnan to Kirkland. I guess we've got 2 of the best young goalkeepers in the country on view today. Chris Kirkland, Paul Robinson at the other end, to rivals long-term for David James' role as England's #1.
Nice to be talking about 2 English goalkeepers. You know, the Premier League seems full of foreign influence behind the sticks.
Carragher for Liverpool. Back by Matteo, Pennant. And again, had his legs taken by Jamie Carragher. Came in a bit too enthusiastically that time.
Well, Jamie Carragher knows he can't afford to let Jermaine Pennant just face him up and run at him. You know, Pennant's a very clever player in possession, especially when he's running from an attacking sense, and Jamie Carragher will be hoping that he keeps him into those sort of positions round about the halfway line and not allow Pennant to run at him in the final third.
Older fans of these 2 clubs will remember the days of Reevy and Shankly and all the great battles they've had in recent times. Liverpool have got a very good record against Leeds. They've won 11 out of the last 16 meetings in the Premiership, including each of the last 4. And Liverpool won 3-1 when the sides met at Anfield in October. Free kick to the visitors. Murphy. Just beaten to it by Kelly. Hamann gives it straight back to Leeds. Pennant. Johnson. Clever skill from the former Derby man, now Didier Domi. Smith. Clearance by Hyypiä.
got to say, when Leeds get forward, they go forward with a lot of players, and that'll be slightly worrying for me if I was Eddie Gray, because they really are over-gambling at times.
Pennant's early ball in, met by Hoopier. Kuehl on to Steven Gerrard in the form of his life at the moment.
See, this is the problem. Look how many bodies Leeds have thrown forward, and look what space Liverpool have got.
With Baros, but he didn't catch it.
Yeah, I think that's a couple of examples so far when Liverpool have attacked. They've attacked with a lot of numbers and really just trying to catch Leeds on the break. Leeds bombing forward. We've seen the likes of Domi and Gary Kelly getting forward, but they need to get back and make sure that they are protecting the two centre-backs.
Gerrard. Here's Murphy. Nobody wide right. So it goes into Baros and back to Finnan. Come on. Murphy again. And here's Steven Gerrard. Carragher. Kelly got that ahead of Kuehl. Despite Liverpool's fluctuating form of late, it still remains a fact that they're a very hard side to beat. They've only lost twice in their last 13 Premiership matches, and they've got a good away record this season. As Carragher heads clear from Smith. Liverpool have drawn their last two on the road at Wolves and Bolton. Long throw by Kelly, aimed at Viduka, who took it down brilliantly. Viduka really almost got a shot in there. It took a last desperate challenge by Hoopier to stop him.
Well, I talked about the rugged presence of Mark Viduka, and he just really bullies Sami Hoopier, which is easier said than done, but that's going to be a very important battle today between those two.
Colwell spinning away to the far post. He came into the near post instead, and Haman got it away. Gary Kelly looking again to gain distance on the throw and try and pick out Viduka. Here's Matteo. Pennant lets it go to Kelly. Oh, a driven cross that could have been really dangerous.
What a ball that is. Really crying out for somebody to get on the end of a clever play here from Jermaine Pennant. And then Gary Kelly just tried to take that first time. And I think really the three Leeds players who were in the box were expecting the Leeds fullback just to have a touch and then try and knock the ball into the danger area. But it was a fabulous strike into the penalty spot.
13th season now at Ellen Road for Gary Kelly. He's played over 400 games for Leeds, their longest serving player. Kuehl with a brilliant header onto Baros. Very good ball at the end of it though. Away to Domi. The ball over the top for Viduka. Left Carragher behind. Lovely little back heel. Pennant's cross. Smith coming in. Excellent move by Leeds. They've got a corner.
I did well, Stefan Olcho. It's very similar in many respects to the goal that Alan Smith scored last week. Last week it came from the left-hand side, this to the right, and really inviting a striker to get across the defender and be the first player to the ball. Unfortunately for Alan Smith, it just deflects off Stefan Olcho. Good defending though by the Liverpool centre-half.
Corner short. Johnson plays it back into the far post where Kirkland takes it impressively. And a great early throw out as well for Kuehl. It's happened so quickly, there's no one up in support. Michael Owen inevitably is the furthest forward. And he might get the ball here, and he does. Michael Owen for Liverpool.
Oh. What a chance. What a chance. You really expect Michael Owen to be scoring from situations like this, 1v1. This is what I was talking about. Leeds really overcommitting at times, and they're leaving themselves vulnerable at the back. And Michael Owen gets it onto his favoured right foot. There's a space there to the left of Paul Robinson or to the right. And instead he blazes it high and wide. It's very unlike Michael Owen from that situation.
Well, for all the problems he's encountered this season, he's still got 11 goals in 23 games and is leading scorer as usual at Anfield for the 7th season in a row.
The fact is, though, Liverpool have been out without Michael Owen and Milan Baros for long spells, and I'm not bothered who you are. which team you are going to miss that type of striking quality. You know, think about taking Van Nistelrooy out of Manchester United. Think about taking Thierry Henry out of Arsenal. Well, that hasn't happened really, but Liverpool have had to endure not just missing one striker, but two quality front players.
Liverpool have lost just 3 of their 13 away games in the Premiership this season. The defeats coming at Charlton, Portsmouth and Spurs. They've won 4. Last victory, splendid 1-0 win against Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. Haman to Murphy. Kewell. Great early ball in, and Owens header.
It's very similar really at what we've just seen at the other end. The striker trying to get across the defender. This time Michael Owen does it very well. Gets near post. Always going to be difficult though for the Liverpool front man. It's almost just coming behind him slightly and just trying to readjust his body. A little too far away in the end with a header.
Got a good record against Leeds. 4 goals in 8 appearances against them. Smith. And the free kick has been given Liverpool's way. Clearance straight to Kelly. Pennant. Smith. And now Johnson for Leeds. Domi. Milner making an early run, but Domi has to check back inside before finding Viduka. Johnson. Great interception by Gerrard, but he really fizzed the ball back to Kirkland. Corner.
He does that with most of his passes, doesn't he, Steven Gerrard? And unfortunately for the goalkeeper, just had a little bit too much on him, but you can just see him there, just chaperoning the 2 centre-backs, but it's his mistake. It's allowed Leeds United. Corner, more pressure. And you've got a lot of height in there, with the likes of Viduka and Smith and Baka.
And the foul on Haman has given Liverpool a free kick.
It's a poor delivery, wasn't it, from Jermaine Pennant into the danger area. Alan Smith just having a few words with him.
Never had much joy against Liverpool as a player, Eddie Gray. Only won twice in 20 matches against them. And the only time he's ever managed against them before was an FA Cup tie when he was manager of Hull 15 years ago. Hull led 2-1 at half-time in that game, but ended up losing 3-2. Barosh. Owen just beaten to it by Domi. Here's Baka. Kelly. The offside flag has been raised. Almost 3 years now since Leeds managed to beat Liverpool, a 2-1 win at Anfield. He's got the throw here. Smith. Milner's come over to this side from the left. Kelly. Touched on by Viduka and away by Hupia. Honjo rather. Milner. And now Kelly again. Well, the switch wings, interestingly, Pennant and Milner.
Yeah, I think what Leeds need to do, though, Alan, is when they do get into wide areas, perhaps just a little bit further up the field, maybe another 10 or 15 yards, trying to get into that final third. At the moment, Gary Kelly's playing a lot of balls from about 30 yards out, and that's fairly comfortable, really, for the 2 centre-backs to deal with.
Shielding his eyes from the sun as the ball dropped out of the sky towards him. It's a bright, sunny day, but it's bitterly cold here in Yorkshire. Owen. Domi's clearance was a good one, straight to Johnson. Baka lets Viduka take over. Now Smith. Matteo. Domi. On show. And over the head of Barosh. Robinson banned for the last league game against Manchester United after his sending off in the home match here, the 3-0 defeat against Middlesbrough. Offside Smith.
It's just beginning to settle down a bit now, the game, isn't it? You know, the pace that we saw in the opening 10 or 15 minutes just going out of the game a little bit.
Come on, Gerrard. Just bought a bit of time for himself. Clever play. Haman. Barosh. Here's Finnan. Stefan Onsho, closed down by Viduka. Johnson has it back for Leeds. Gerrard did brilliantly. And again, Steven Gerrard. Here's Kewell. Harry Kewell. Great save. Still Kewell. Finnan. Now Haman. And the ball into Owen, who's offside.
Well, I'm not too sure about the two centre-backs position at the moment. Stephen Colwell and Dominic Matteo certainly look at odds with each other. But there's fabulous play initially from Steven Gerrard that wins the ball in an important area. And just have a look at the centre-backs here. Stephen Colwell just goes to win it in an impossible situation. And this is why that's a good save, you know. He takes it early, Harry Kewell, and Paul Robinson's expecting him perhaps to have another touch. There, he takes it quickly. And Robinson does superbly well, getting down to his left-hand side. Perhaps unsighted a little bit. But that's 2 or 3 attempts now Harry Kewell has had. And he's come quite close to opening his account back here at Ellen Road.
Smith and Viduka. Now Kelly. Milner. Smith calling for the early ball in. But he got what he wanted. And Kirkland has got away with a mistake.
Well, he's looking at the referee, Chris Kirkland. But I think that's an honest challenge from Alan Smith. And we've talked time and time again about the protection the goalkeepers do get.
Carrigan. Now Barosh. Leeds stretched again here as Milan Barosh thought about hitting it. Kewell does! What a goal! It had to be him. It was written in the stars. Harry Kewell, back for the first time at Ellen Road as a visiting player, has given Liverpool the lead, his second goal of the week, his 11th of the season.
Leeds shouldn't be surprised. One moment they're attacking, the next minute they're defending. Good counter-attack play by Liverpool. Milan Barosh is looking to always have a strike here, and then he realises Harry Kewell is in a better position, and my word, he was in a better position. One touch to get it onto his favoured left, and that curling, bending effort. It's fired into the top corner. Paul Robinson has no chance whatsoever. I talked about how close Harry Kewell had come on 3 or 4 occasions. Well, this time, he makes no mistake. What a strike.
Well, I remember saying to somebody at the beginning of the season that the signing of Kewell would be worth at least a dozen more goals to Liverpool. Well, he's one short of that total now, and there's still a fair few games left. Despite the fact that he hasn't always been in top form and he's missed a few games with injury, that is some contribution from his position. 11 goals already. And he's actually now level with Michael Owen as Liverpool's leading scorer.
Well, they say he's had this ankle problem and perhaps it has been troubling him, but it didn't look as if he had a problem there, the way that he bent that into the top corner. Fabulous strike.
Very similar to the one he scored on Thursday. Here's Owen offside again.
A very dangerous game. I think the two centre-backs, Colwell and Matteo, the two full-backs are certainly pushing ahead of them, and they're leaving themselves isolated, and certainly with the pace of Owen and Barosh, and then of course Harry Kewell popping up in different situations, and that's going to be a big threat for Leeds.
Liverpool have only lost once in their last 8 visits to Ellen Road in League and Cup. That was that famous 4-3 defeat here 4 seasons ago, when you remember Mark Viduka scored all 4 goals for Leeds. Kewell. Good ball for Baros, taken off him by Dominic Matteo, who grew up as a Liverpool fan, played for the club for many years. Smith's header for Pennant. He hesitated, Carragher didn't. Viduka. Johnson takes over. Finnan's interception. And look at the Liverpool shirts flooding forward. Leeds have got so many men advanced here that they're backpedaling furiously. Steven Gerrard. Here's Haman. Kuhl, the goal scorer. Pumped out of play by Caldwell.
Well, they look very isolated, don't they, the back four, and particularly the two centre-backs, throwing a lot of bodies forward. You can understand that in Leeds' situation. You know, they want to win this football match.
Here's Kuhl. Well, they get a cross in there over the head of Baros. Away by Milner, and following the flight of the ball. A nice scramble for possession at the moment. Finally, Bakker comes out with it for Leeds and finds Pennant. Clever twist and turn by him. He's given it away. Haman, who rarely gives it away. Carragher. Owen. And Baros. Some flowing football here from Liverpool. Steven Gerrard. Murphy. It's a good tackle. And Johnson himself was then fouled by Gerrard.
Steven Gerrard's furious with Danny Murphy, still having a go at his midfield partner, and he's one of his best mates as well. You wouldn't think that at the moment.
Matteo's free kick into the path of Viduka, who took it down brilliantly. Away by Matteo. Murphy. Matteo's header, and he was fouled by Baros. Free kick to Leeds. 25 minutes gone. Liverpool lead 1-0.
It's a good opportunity for Milan Baros to cement his place in this Liverpool side now. But he's still not happy with the referee. Felt that ball actually caught him in the mouth rather than the hand, but certainly both him and Michael Owen look very dangerous and lively. And they're going to have a lot of opportunities if Leeds keep defending the way they are doing at the moment.
Here's Milner for Leeds. He's done well. Shout of handball from the crowd in the corner, but it's only going to be a throw. Show at full stretch. And Finnan prevents it going behind for a corner again. And finds Baros. Well, he's being held, surely, yes. And Matteo has hurt himself with that challenge.
I think he perhaps just caught him in the mouth. Dominic Matteo and Milan Baros just trying to hold the ball up in a very tight area. He takes a little bit of a tumble, but it's when he gets up here and they're just wrestling for the ball. And, well, that's perhaps it. They're just the left arm, the right arm. There's lots of arms flailing there, wasn't there?
Murphy. Straight to Johnson. Good ball onto Viduka. With the interception. Leeds are currently 10 points worse off than they were at the equivalent stage last season, when they went on to finish 15th, their lowest league position for 10 years. And they've only won 5 of their 26 Premiership matches so far. 15 defeats. That's more than any other team in the division. Viduka. A man at full stretch. These fans demanding a free kick that they're not going to get. Colwell's clearance. He just caught Barosh then. And there's one or two physical challenges creeping in.
Well, you'd expect that, wouldn't you, with this fixture? But certainly always seems to be a lively affair over the last 10 years or so. James Milner going to ground, similar to Milan Baroš moments earlier. Leeds certainly need to find some inspiration from somewhere. Certainly towards the final third. They haven't really created too many clear-cut openings against Chris Kirkland, only the one that actually the goalkeeper spilled.
They might get one here for Pennant, and he lays it on for Bakker. Leeds are level.
Well, I talked about them needing some sort of inspiration. You've got to say that's poor defending from Liverpool. You know, they really haven't looked to threaten Leeds United as an attacking force, not when they got in the final third. And Liverpool just trying to push out. They don't deal with the first ball, but Alan Smith does. His little flick on, and Pennant spots the run of Bakker. And Bakker actually a couple of seasons ago used to come up with a lot of important goals. We haven't really seen that over the last 12 months or so, but he took that very well indeed. One touch out of his feet, sees where Chris Kirkland is, and very composed, just to thread the ball past the goalkeeper.
His last goal came a year ago in an FA Cup tie against Gillingham. Liverpool straight back onto the offensive with Harry Kewell trying to find Barosh. Leeds lifted now though. Less than half an hour gone. It's 1-1. Here's the man who's brought them back into the picture. Pennant. Smith. Brilliant run by Smith. Looks as though he might have been brought down. Referee allows play to go on though. And then Hoopier was caught by Johnson. There's a bit of edge creeping into this game.
Certainly livened up proceedings, hasn't it?
Smith's header for Viduka. Difficult for Onshow. He wanted Kirkland to get there a bit sooner than he did, I think.
Well, I talked about that little battle, didn't I, between Hoopier and Honshaw and Viduka and Smith. Smith certainly won the important header that resulted in Leeds getting a goal, and there again just commanding against Sami Hyypiä. And there really is a little knockdown. I think Mark Viduka may have just lost that in the glaring sun. It seems to have troubled a number of players here already today.
Here's Barosh. Kewell ahead of him. Too clever for his own good there, Milan Baroš. Bakker's goal was only the 25th in this, their 27th league game that Leeds have managed in the Premiership this season. It's the lowest total of all the clubs in the division. And they've now conceded 52. They haven't kept a clean sheet since Boxing Day. Smith. And still going. Fouled. Hangs Pennant. The referee had decided there was not to be any advantage, so he's blown the whistle for a Leeds free kick.
Tell you what, it's not often you see Sami Hyypiä getting out-battled, is it, in football matches, but Alan Smith's doing that to the Liverpool centre-back at the moment. You see the challenge there from Jamie Carragher, but the way that Smith got the ball initially, his tussle against Hyypiä, and what a dangerous position this is. Certainly to defend against. Well, it's interesting how Leeds have stuck a player on the post. It's unusual, isn't it, when you've got an attacking move?
It's come off now as Johnson plays it in, and not a very good one straight against a man. Gomi whacks it back in.
That's worth an effort, isn't it? It was coming down nicely for him, and he thought, why not? We're playing now with a bit of confidence at the moment. It wasn't too far away.
Former Newcastle defender started the last four in preference to Ian Hart. I'm sure you need no reminding that the Carling Cup final is being played at the Millennium Stadium later today. It kicks off at 2, and you can see that game exclusively live on Sky Sports 1. Johnson. Viduka. Has gone straight to Finnan, otherwise Liverpool would have been in a tricky situation. Now they've changed that to an attacking move as Gerrard looks for Barros. Oh, what a brilliant effort that was.
Should have been a goal, and he knows it as well. It's a fabulous ball from Steven Gerrard. How many times have we said that this season? Driving run at the heart of that Leeds defence, and then it's a fabulous ball in the danger area, and Milan Barros' header crashing against the bar. And then we've got Smith at the other end, trying his luck. It's been a super game so far. Both sides really intent on attacking. But Milan Barros, what a chance that was, and he knows he ought to have done better. Steven Gerrard's ball into the danger area, one player to hit, and he hits it superbly well. And then he's saying, go on, you do the rest. I'm sure Milan Barros thought, once he'd hit his header, that he thought that was a goal. Unfortunately for him, it wasn't, but chances coming thick and fast now at either end.
Barros hasn't scored this season, although this is only his 8th game after that broken leg. He scored twice for his country, the Czech Republic, in internationals this season. And Smith knocks it on towards Viduka. Liverpool caught napping again. Leeds from 1 down are 2-1 up. Mark Viduka the scorer.
Well, you're looking for important areas of the game. And one of the biggest important areas has been the 2 centre-forwards of Leeds United against the 2 centre-backs of Liverpool. And just have a look at this. They're not really dealing with it, and then not being aware of where Mark Viduka went, and Alan Smith plays him a superb ball back into his path. There you can see Viduka just spins off. Houpier isn't close enough to Alan Smith. The goalkeeper makes an early decision to come. Look at the space there that Smith has to play a superb ball. Keeper's nowhere to be seen, really. Gets caught in no man's land, and Mark Viduka does the rest. Well, 1-0 down, 2-1 ahead. The atmosphere now on Ellen Road is absolutely electrifying.
And Liverpool have only got themselves to blame. Viduka's 7th goal of the season. He's been top scorer in each of his previous 3 seasons here. And memories again of those 4 goals he scored in that amazing 4-3 win against Liverpool. Pennant's given it away to Finnan. Liverpool come back before half-time. Still 10 minutes of the first half remaining. What a splendid game this is.
Well, it looked so comfortable for them, didn't it? Liverpool, they really were dominating play. You know, Haman, Gerrard in midfield, Kuehl was getting a lot of time and room. Owen and Barros were having plenty of chances. And then really Leeds, through the shape of the 2 centre-forwards, really have got themselves back into this game. And what an important game it is for them. You know, they've got a decent run of fixtures coming up. And this, if you like, in the grand scheme of things, was perhaps the hardest fixture. But they got that point at Manchester United, they got the 3 points in the previous home game against Wolves, so confidence will have been high coming into this game.
Leeds free kick, Matteo will take it. Viduka a possible target again. How well he took that goal. When you think of the size of Kirkland, who's about 6'5", to lift the ball over him so confidently with some skill. Here's Owen. Kuehl. Haman. And Murphy. Pennant with the interception for Leeds, who before today had only scored 13 goals in 13 games at Ellen Road in the Premiership this season. 13 points. I hope they're not superstitious. Houpier wins it back. Carrick. Now Haman. Great ball. Kuehl. Owen goes one side, Barros the other. Michael Bowen gets the cross in. All over the clearance. Harry Kuehl again. Onside this time. And Owen's second cross earns a corner.
Really well, young James Milner just trying to get back in front of Michael Owen, but that would be a big worry for me if I was Eddie Gray. The way that the side looked a little bit vulnerable when Liverpool attacked them. They certainly had joy going one way, but defensively, didn't really look certain.
Hoopier trying to escape the attentions of his marker, Matteo, and did so. Here's Pennant. Offside against Viduka. We'll get on with it quickly. Haman. Oncho. Gerrard takes over. Splendid ball again, just short of Michael Owen though, as Colwell got that ahead of him. Kelly. Got himself out of trouble well. Smith with a header.
Outstanding, haven't they? Smith and Viduka. Alan Smith having to play it for the majority of this season in midfield, but now back to his more preferred position.
Here's Barros. Matteo's clearance. Carragher. Good header for Barros. Haman, you get the feeling there'll be more goals yet in this game.
Certainly the way the front two of both sides are playing at the moment. Very different in many respects, aren't they? You've got the front two of Leeds who are very uncompromising, and the front two of Liverpool who are very nimble and sharp and very quick.
Owen doing well to win the header and find Danny Murphy. Gerrard. Great run by Gerrard. There's a bit of space opened up for Pennant. Liverpool's throw came off Alan Smith.
Well, as you said, you've got to think there's going to be more goals in this game. Well, he might be under a little bit of pressure, Gerrard, but he can still find a smile.
And it's easily forgotten that Liverpool were 12th in the Premiership when he took over, and he's since guided them to 4th, 3rd and 2nd in successive seasons. And something like 6 trophies along the way. If that's failure, a lot of people would enjoy it.
It's sometimes never enough for some people, is it? And certain sections of the media and people in and out of the game having their opinions about Gerard Houllier, but as you've rightly pointed out, Alan, it's not a bad record. His time in charge of Liverpool.
Murphy's free kick, away by Johnson. Finnan. Haman. There's so much pressure on managers these days. I even heard on a radio phone-in yesterday people saying it's time for Alex Ferguson to go. He's lost the plot.
I think him and Arsene Wenger should be sacked immediately, don't you? Disgraceful the job of both of them.
Carragher. Pennant just did enough. Great header by Hoopier. Stood strong against Smith that time. Didi Haman. Now Barros. Oh, he's done brilliantly here. Barros. What a goal by Milan Barros. Welcome back to the Premiership for him. He's waited a long time for that. It was worth the wait.
I'll tell you what, he deserved the goal, the way that he rolled the 2 challenges by Leeds United. Well, we said there'd be more goals, but I'm sure Eddie Gray, having a look at that, would be very disappointed the way that Barros wriggles himself into an attacking situation. He comes off the centre-back. Domi has the first little nibble. Seth Johnson doesn't really get anywhere close, but the finish is immaculate. It really is. Milan Barros, everybody's talking about this young man and saying when he gets more opportunities, he is going to be some player. Well, if he scores goals like that, then he is going to be a massive favourite in Liverpool.
2-2. Smith. Oh, well played, Alan Smith, and he was pulled back by Sami Hoopier, who says the first foul occurred on him.
It's been an easy afternoon for both sets of defenders, has it? Talked about the attacking options that both Liverpool and Leeds United possess, and we've seen them.
Seth Johnson's free kick into the heart of the Liverpool penalty box. Clearance was by Carragher, I think. Didn't play well by Milner. Here's Pennant. He will want that to one. And just stood strong against Milner.
Certainly Harry Kewell's played a prominent part today. Of course, his goal and his all-round play has been very good indeed, but from an attacking sense, both sides really have shown some great attacking qualities.
Kewell's header. It's gone straight to Johnson, now back at. Viduka, he does that so well, doesn't he? He holds the ball up with his back to goal, brings other people into the game like that. Hadn't crossed the line, her man kept it on the pitch. Kewell, Murphy, Gerrard. It's a really wide open game this, hugely watchable. Murphy let that one run cleverly to Finnan. Owen is making ground, he couldn't pick him out, it's come back towards Murphy. Domi hacks it clear. Oncho. Gerrard. Now Didi Hamann. Here's Murphy for Liverpool. Held off the challenge from Seth Johnson. They used to play on the same team together at Crewe, those two. In it goes again from Gerrard. He's fallen heavily and he's really hurt himself there, I think. Well, actually, he's picking himself up. He's tough enough, but he stayed down for a second and it looked ominous.
I'll take an awful lot on it to keep Steven Gerrard out of football, but I think it's just the way that he rides a challenge from Seth Johnson. He lands, I think he just gets slightly winded there, but fortunately he's up and raring to go. And Liverpool, well, without him, you talk about important players in football teams, and Steven Gerrard very quickly becoming such a vital player for Liverpool. You can talk about Owen and Houpier and Oncho and Hamann, but you think taking Steven Gerrard out of this side now would be a massive miss for Liverpool.
Smith. Here's Kelly. Pennant. Carragher got the tackle in. Leeds get the throw. Stoppage time being played. 2 minutes of it. Viduka reacted quicker than anyone, and then Houpier with the clearance. Long throw again, flicked on by Smith. He's reached his own flick on. Murphy with the clearance. They'll be happy to get a corner out of this, Leeds, but they're not going to. They could do even better. They have got a corner now, eventually off Carragher.
Well, defending at best has been messy, hasn't it, during the course of this first half, but it's made for a breathtaking 45 minutes. Both sides really going for the victory. They know how important it is, and this is Leeds' final chance just before the half-time whistle is going to go.
I'm happy to see Gerrard head that one away. Owen. And again, Steven Gerrard taking control. Here's Finnan. A lot of room ahead of him here. Plenty of players ahead of him too, including Barros. Kewell is in the middle, awaiting an early cross. It's come in from Finnan. Now Pennant. And this should be just about the final attack of the half. And it's come to nothing. Kewell. It was his goal that set Liverpool on the way here today, and what a splendid goal it was on his first return to Ellen Road. Then messy defending by Liverpool allowed Eirik Bakker to equalise. Leeds then went ahead. A wonderful goal by Mark Viduka, but Liverpool hit back again with an even better one from Milan Baros. Splendid 45 minutes on this cold day in Yorkshire. Leeds United 2, Liverpool 2. Manchester United at Old Trafford a week ago. So the 100th league meeting between these two old rivals sees the second half start all square at 2 goals each. and the promise of more goals to come in the second half. It's been a very open, entertaining, attacking game of football, and some excellent goals. Duca pursuing the first long ball, beaten to it by Sami Hyypiä, who actually scored in that classic 4-3 defeat that we've referred to a couple of times today, and Leeds won with Viduka getting all 4 goals about 4 seasons ago now. Gerrard for Liverpool, turned into trouble against McPhail, but he's strong enough to come out with the ball. Brilliant. Barros caught offside.
Oh, must have been close, but again, just look at the impact that Steven Gerrard has in that midfield area. Seth Johnson is just having a word with the referee. He feels that perhaps he elbowed him in the face when he got to the ball and trying to thread that very clever pass through to Milan Barros. Barros looking very sharp, which is quite amazing, really, when you think of how long he's been out. And of course, he played on Thursday evening. You'd have expected him to feel a little bit tired today, but he really has looked up for it.
Away by Finnan, and then by Hyypiä. Failed shot. Only ever scored 1 goal in the Premiership. Actually, it was 2, wasn't it? And they both came on the same day against Chelsea at Stamford Bridge, I remember now, over 4 years ago.
He's a very neat, tidy player, isn't he, Stephen McPhail? And certainly won't see the thrusting runs that we saw from Eric Bakker in the first half, but what he does give you is a little bit of quality on the ball. It's interesting, Paul Robinson elected not to wear a cap in the first 45 minutes. Chris Kirkland has gone for one.
And the sun's gone in.
Strange breed, them goalkeepers, aren't
So they say. Colwell's header away. McPhail was caught as he played the ball on to Milner. Here's Hamann for Liverpool. Given away to Didier Domi.
That's better play, really. Stefan Onshaw, the ball going up to Alan Smith, and he was a player that was going to be first determined. Something that we really didn't see from the 2 central defenders of Liverpool in the first 45 minutes.
Smith. One over the top for Pennant to chase up against Carragher. Good defending.
Been a good little battle, that, Pennant and Carragher. Jamie Carragher not really allowing Pennant to get too much space and room, certainly not giving him the chance to run at him.
Carragher, of course, like Barros, suffered a broken leg earlier in the season. He was out for something like 4 months. Gerrard. Hamann. And here's Finnan. Gerrard available again, holding off the challenge from Seth Johnson, who's had a swipe at him there.
Well, that was a little bit of afters from what we saw earlier. Really, Steven Gerrard shouldn't get involved. Just going head-to-head there with Seth Johnson. But Seth Johnson really thrashing out at the Liverpool skipper. You can see him there. He has 1 bite, 2 bites. But you've got to say that Steven Gerrard's strength and power just holding off Seth Johnson. Oh dear. The referee, come and sort that one out, Mr. Durkin.
And well done, the referee.
Yeah.
Just a word in the ear of each player. No unnecessary yellow cards. Finnan. Poor ball, straight to Domi. Viduka. Hyypiä committed the foul. Quickly taken free kick to Kelly. Down the line to Pennant. Gary Kelly again for Leeds. Viduka. I've said this so often before, for a big, strong fella. He's got such a wonderful touch. And he displays it again. Pennant's cross, just a bit too deep for Alan Smith.
Wonderful build-up play, wasn't it, from Mark Viduka, really at the heart of everything there on that right-hand side, and just pass to Pennant. Pennant, unfortunately, can't really quite dig out the cross towards the far post, but the cry around Ellen Road at the moment is Mark Viduka is such a popular figure here, not just because of his goals, but for his all-round game. And when he's at it like he's been today, I think he's such a threat, such a powerful force, and most defenders have trouble dealing with him.
Here's Johnson. He's had a good game in the heart of the midfield. Ball over the top for Smith. Cleared by Onshow, only as far as Milner. Johnson, I think he's still smarting from an earlier challenge. He doesn't seem quite concentrated at the moment as Smith finds Milner. Was that handball? Not given. Here's Viduka. There's only one man likely to take the ball off him in a strong challenge, and that's the guy who has it there. And what a splendid pass by Gerrard as well to Owen. Kuhl's up with him, and Baros to his right. Here is Milan Baros. Just let it run though, and it was Johnson who got back to recover.
That was a good opportunity gone missing there for Liverpool. But it was fabulous play from Steven Gerrard. Not only did he have the ability to win the first tackle in front of his two centre-backs, and then he breaks free and makes a perfect pass to Michael Owen. But once again, when Liverpool do win the ball back, they get forward very quickly.
Danny Murphy. Gerrard. Murphy's gone for the return. He's gone in instead to Baros. And then away by Colwell. Gerrard. Finnan. This is Kuhl. On to Murphy. Baros. Danny Murphy again. Crowded out. They wouldn't allow him the room for the shot. Carragher. Hupia. Owen beaten to it. It's a good tackle by Kelly. Smith took a battering then. Onshow, the guilty man. That'll be the first yellow card of the day, I think.
You know why that's come? Because I'm sure harsh words have said in the dressing room at half-time to the two central defenders of Liverpool. I'm sure Gerard Houllier and Phil Thompson would have been barking to them both to get closer and be much stronger with the front two of Leeds United. And I think that's what we've just seen there. Stefan Onshow taking the opportunity just to rattle Alan Smith right about the halfway line.
Onshow's 200th game in the Premiership for Blackburn and Liverpool, and he's marked it with a caution. Smith. Fail. A layoff by Viduka. Milner onto Smith. He's done brilliantly here. Alan Smith. Brilliant! Oh, if he could have finished that, it would have been one of the goals of the season.
Well, he deserved a goal, didn't he? I mean, his general all-round play today has been absolutely top draw, but the way he links in with the throw-in, then the return when he gets into the box, but fantastic footwork. We were marvelling over the skills of Milan Baros in the first half, but that was equally as good. Oh, that isn't far away. Just bending away from that far post. Chris Kirkland there, certainly beaten with the pace of the strike past him. And how close can you get to putting your side in front?
He scored in the last two games against Wolves and Manchester United, Alan Smith, and of course the first goal of his senior career came against Liverpool with the very first touch he had in that game as a substitute. It was Gerard Houlier's first game as sole manager as well. Ball clearance there by Robinson, but he was lucky. It found McPhail, and now on to Viduka. Here's Kelly. Finnan away from Milner, but it's gone straight to Alan Smith. Smith again, he's had a really good game.
He's been at the heart of everything, hasn't he? You know, he's come off at times, he just played in that little hole in front of the back two, and then of course he's been up against Onshow and Hupia, winning, you have to say, the majority of the battles. And of course he's been involved in the two Leeds goals, so he really has a terrific football match.
Great play there by Murphy to pick out Kuhl. And now Carragher's run it out of play. A high tempo again to this game. McPhail. Kelly, Viduka. Wonderful control on the chest this time.
What Leeds are not playing though, like a side they were bottom of the table, are they? They perhaps looked a little bit vulnerable defensively, but some of their play, their build-up play really has been good. And I've talked for the majority of the game actually, how well the front two have done for them.
Domi crashing into the back of Gerrard. Eddie Gray has been associated with this football club for over 30 years. He played more than 550 games for them. He's Leeds through and through. And he's trying to guide them out of this bottom three at the moment, while those in the hierarchy off the field are trying to put together a rescue package to save the club from its financial nightmare. On show. A man's layoff. Hupia in early to Gerrard. Harry Kewell. Just too much on it for Murphy.
It was very close, wasn't it? Very nearly a clever ball from Harry Kewell, and that'll give Leeds a problem. If he starts drifting around and doesn't hold his shape wide left, then when Liverpool have got possession, he really is going to be a threat to Leeds. Who's going to pick him up? But of course, when Leeds do have the ball, then that's when Liverpool have a problem, because they just lose their shape.
Thompson active as ever down there on the touchline alongside Gerard Houllier. Games against Leeds have always been significant in the Liverpool manager's career. As I said, the first game in sole charge of Leeds was over 5 years ago. And then, of course, he got that dreadful heart problem against Leeds a couple of years ago, which led to him taking 6 months off. Liverpool corner, Sami Hupia moving forward. Kewell takes it. Matteo clears it. Good play by Onsho. Kewell again. Gerrard. Backheel straight to McPhail. Clever little ball down the line to Milner. The 18-year-old who's been involved in each of the last 20 games for Leeds. And it's been given away by Smith. Matteo to the rescue. Seems to be getting quicker rather than slower this game. Viduka.
It's been a little bit scrappy at times, but it's actually a fascinating game, isn't it? Just the mistakes are allowing attacking opportunities for both teams.
This one for Liverpool with Barros. Kewell wants it and gets it into Owen! Oh my word, how did he get to that, Robinson?
Well, that's an excellent save, but Michael Owen really should not have been afforded the space that he got between the two centre-backs here. Good play again from Barros. This is a clever ball from Michael Owen. And Owen really with the header from the cross from Harry Kewell, and Paul Robinson just reads it, and reads it very quickly. He needed to do.
And he read that as well. Murphy back in. Haman to Kewell. Steven Gerrard. Oh! Well, even players as good as that can do embarrassing things like that occasionally. He can blame the lack of sleep he's had this week. He's just become a dad, Steven Gerrard. His partner Alex giving birth to baby Lily Ella.
Well, that's a fabulous save, isn't it, from Paul Robinson? Good break from Liverpool. The ball from Kewell finds Michael Owen. A lot of space between Domi and Colwell. But Paul Robinson just threw himself to his left-hand side. I just wonder how vital that save's going to prove to be in the final shake-up of this football match.
Smith standing up to a physical battering as ever. Coming back for more. Not getting a free kick, though. On show. A man beaten to it by McPhail, but now he gets it. Owen wants it early. That's the ball he was looking for. And that's a Liverpool corner.
Well played, Gary Kelly. Recovered very well, didn't he? Because he was caught out of position. Michael Owen found himself 1v1 with Stephen Colwell. Looked as if he was in a threatening area, and then Kelly, with his pace, got back and cleared the situation. Just for the moment.
Harry Kewell gets abuse as he goes to take the corner. Hupia's header goes over.
He ought to have done better, Sami Hupia. It's almost a free header, really. The ball just drifts towards him. Doesn't really get picked up. Dominic Matteo just losing him for a second.
couple of goals this season. They both came against Bolton in different games. An hour gone. A wide open match. You wouldn't like to guess at this stage who, if either of these sides, will go on to win it. 3 points for Leeds. They're out of the bottom three. 3 points for Liverpool. They could be into a Champions League place. But Newcastle, remember, play later in the day against Pompey. Domi made sure he was first. Here's Kelly. Colwell. Pennant. Been very quiet in the second half. Smith brushed aside by Gerrard. Domi intercepts.
Well, once again, though, Steven Gerrard doing some superb play for his side, just protecting his two centre-backs. But I have to say, Honcho and Houpier certainly have commanded and bossed the situation better against the front two of Leeds in the second half than they did in the first.
McPhail. Now Viduka. Pennant has the chance to run at Carragher. Would have helped if he'd taken the ball with him. Gerrard with a great pass, but Barros given offside.
Well, Paul Robinson wasn't to know, and he swept up very well in behind his back four. But Milan Barros was a little bit slow in coming back, and if he had made a little bit more of an effort, then there was a good opportunity for him here.
Finnan wins the header. Here's Kewell. Owen started his run already, and Barros too. He's picked out Owen. Back to Harry Kewell. Good block by Kelly. He's hurt himself making it. And he's still down, Kelly.
He's got a real problem, hasn't he? That ball thundered against his ankle, and he almost seemed to collapse, didn't he, at the moment of impact. Colwell's having a go at Harry Kewell. You know, Gary Kewell had every right to try and keep the attack going. Every right. But the way that this absolutely drives into the ankle of Gary Kelly, and just have a look at the way Kelly tumbles here. Once he catches it, a real twist there, wasn't it, on his left ankle. It looks as in a lot of agony there, perhaps tweaking his ligaments.
Well, I can't see any way he's going to be able to continue. He looks in real pain, and he's not the kind of player to stay down unless it's a bad injury. Ian Hart, seemingly the likely replacement. Well, this has been a wonderful game, and a good hors d'oeuvre to the main course coming up later, if you like, on Sky, and that's the season's first major cup final, the Carling Cup final from the Millennium Stadium. It kicks off at 2. You can see it live exclusively on Sky Sports 1. Bolton Wanderers against Middlesbrough. He doesn't seem in quite so much pain at the moment as he did initially, but he'll do well to carry on.
I think it's just a little tweak of the ligaments, and I'm sure when you're up and running around, then you certainly feel much better. But they'll want him back very quickly. Some dangerous moments here defensively for Leeds.
Good corner, Owen came to meet it. Scrambled away, back to Murphy. Has come out to Steven Gerrard. No, he didn't get it right this time, but he has managed 3 goals in his last 5 games.
He had a lot of time, didn't he, and room, Steven Gerrard, to perhaps have a touch and then a strike, but he elected to take it very quickly indeed. Such is the confidence, but that's a good sign, isn't it, for Leeds United and for Gary Kelly, that he's back and running around. And I'm sure that Ian Hart will be warming up now.
On by Viduka. Johnson. Now Domi. Carragher's clearance has gone straight to Smith, who lined up the shot instantly. Didn't really get enough power behind it. Pennant. The long ball for Viduka. Finnan didn't see Milner. Just as well Kirkland did.
He just took a gamble, didn't he, James Milner? And he very nearly got his reward here. And you see this ball from Finnan heading back towards the goalkeeper. There you can see the youngster thinks, why not? I'll take a chance. And he very nearly got there ahead of the goalkeeper.
Viduka. Johnson. Away by Colwell, but only as far as Steven Gerrard, who feeds it in early to Baros.
He's just looking a little bit weary at the moment, isn't he, Milan Baros? It's understandable. Been out for such a long time, and of course playing on Thursday night, then playing here again today. And he's put a lot into his performance.
Liverpool do have Emil Heskey on the bench. Johnson. Finnan intercepts. Domi. Now Matteo, 8 years a Liverpool player, remember. The ball over the top for Smith is a good one, on show at full stretch to get it away, but here is Smith anyway.
Good tackle.
Good tackle.
Yeah, it was a good tackle. Stefan Onsho being far better, haven't they, the two centre-backs of Liverpool in this second half.
Milner. Domi. Flick forward by McPhail. Smith finding Viduka. And it's Upia to Liverpool's rescue this time. Now Steven Gerrard. Flooding a lot of men forward here, including Kewell and Michael Owen. Third time that Robinson has made an excellent save like that down to his left.
Well, how many times have we seen this during the course of the afternoon? Liverpool 1 minute defending, then they're on the attack with a lot of pace, getting themselves into a goal-scoring situation. Good save from Paul Robinson. Michael Owen perhaps just taking a little bit wider than what he would like.
Here's Danny Murphy. Baros away in space, and he's picked him out. Gerrard. Haman. Nice, great play by Pennant to get back and cover like that. Milner. In early for Smith. Excellent play again by Alan Smith. And he's got a free kick this time.
Yeah, obstruction. He's battled so hard, hasn't he? Alan Smith just trying to get himself into the penalty area. And once again, just brute strength, the way that he's shrugging off Stefan Onsho. Onsho always looking to have a nibble. And just holding him back, just doing enough for Mr. Durkin to decide. A free kick to Leeds United. And this is a good opportunity. Pennant, I'm sure, might fancy it. Viduka is sniffing around. Of course, you've got the left foot of McPhail if need be.
Kirkland lines up a wall. There's 4 in it at the moment. Well, this is something they will have practiced time and time again on the training ground. Let's see how it goes on the day. Viduka hammered it straight into the wall. Pennant. Domi over the top. Sami Hyypiä couldn't take any risks. It's gone as far as McPhail, though, with his clearance. Here's Kelly. Made a remarkable recovery from that injury of a couple of minutes ago, and even tries his luck with a shot, which is a rare event.
If James Milner could have got a half-decent touch to that, he really was in a lot of space in the box. And once again, you know, you've got to marvel at the way both sides have set about the task of winning this football match.
Smith. Good effort.
Well, we're back to the first half in many respects. The way that Liverpool defended against Alan Smith there afforded him far too much time and room when that ball came up to him.
Murphy keeping possession well, and Liverpool can break here with Kewell. On to Owen. To his right is Steven Gerrard, who hits it way over the top.
He's had a couple of strange efforts, hasn't he, Steven Gerrard, in this second half? But once again, look at the space in the room that Liverpool have got when they get forward, and Steven Gerrard again will be disappointed. That's 3 opportunities, and I think in each time he's failed to hit the target.
Being watched today by the England manager, and just in front of him there, the chairman and chief executive of Leeds United, Trevor Birch, born on Merseyside, played for Liverpool in the 1970s, though he never made the first team. So a man with a great deal of affection for both these clubs, and a man charged with, of course, staving off the threat of administration on an almost weekly basis since he got the job here, as the search for a new buyer continues. Here's Johnson. Hustled out of it again by Gerrard. And picked back very successfully. Kelly won't have fancied that tackle, coming up with his ankle still feeling the pain.
Well, you could see the way that he went for the ball, but I think fortunately for him, Harry Kewell probably wasn't fancying it either.
Bennett. Here's Gerrard. Could be a good ball, but it didn't quite reach Owen. Carragher wins it back. Kewell. Back for Carragher. Did well to get across in Carragher. It's come back to Danny Murphy. And now to Gerrard. Well, that was his best effort of the half.
He's getting closer, isn't he, Steven Gerrard? Fully 25-30 yards from goal. Well, it's worth an effort. Again, he'll feel that it was just sitting up nicely for him. Some good, determined defending from Leeds United, and Paul Robinson, I think he knew that it was always going wide. It's certainly been an interesting battle in that midfield area. Steven Gerrard and Seth Johnson battling out for midfield supremacy. And, both very robust characters.
Well, Liverpool had only lost once in a dozen games before their FA Cup defeat at Pompey a week ago, and of course they recovered to beat Levski Sofia 2-0. They'll take a 2-0 lead to Bulgaria on Wednesday. But they're in trouble here as Smith heads against the underside of the bar.
Incredible, isn't it? That bar now has been rattled on 2 occasions, one from Milan Barros and now from Alan Smith.
And now it's Liverpool turning defence into attack once again. Barros tried to set it up for Gerrard. It was brilliantly won back by McPhail.
Oh, what a game. What a game. Either end, lots of chances to be had. You have to say, for the purists, hasn't been fantastic defending, but we see some marvellous attacking play.
And here's Kewell, and Barros wanted it slipped in early. Didn't quite get it right. Matteo intercepts. Well, it's the kind of game you wish it was a cup tie and you might get extra time, because you really don't want this to end. It's been wonderfully entertaining. Hard to believe, I think you said it earlier, Brian, that Leeds United are bottom of the table the way they played today.
No, they shouldn't be, really, should they? You know, you're talking about a side that have at times outplayed a very good Liverpool team. And when you look at that 1-11, I think this is certainly as good as most sides in this Premiership, but Alan Smith really could have put his side ahead. You know, they keep it alive, Leeds United, and that's the important thing at this stage of the game. You know, put Liverpool under pressure. Initially, Viduka does well. This is a clever ball from James Miller, just inviting Alan Smith to get across the defender, and he does it superbly well. And I'm sure once he's made contact, he thinks that's it. He thinks he scored, perhaps wheeling away to celebrate a crucial goal, but unfortunately for him, it crashes against the bar.
Smith did score against Liverpool at Anfield back in October when Leeds lost 3-1.
Actually been a good side for him, hasn't it? He scored on his debut.
That's right.
At Anfield.
First touch, as we mentioned before, yeah. Sami Hyypiä to Gerrard. Finnan gets inside Pennant, who did very well to recover. 15 minutes to go at Ellen Road. Leeds United 2, Liverpool 2.
Well, one thing Leeds mustn't do, and that's get big, because this stage of the season they aren't far behind the 4 or 5 clubs who are ahead of them. So as long as they pick 1 point up, it just keeps that little run going. And again, it's not a bad little result for the confidence.
Gerrard in too high for Barros, and then unorthodox piece of defending by Kelly. Smith. He was expecting a free kick there, but play on is Mr. Durkin's verdict as Viduka flicks it on, and then Smith going in a bit too heavily on Hupia.
I was talking to him before the game, and he was quite pleased with himself. I think he's gone, 8 games without getting a yellow card?
That's right.
Probably means as much as scoring 25 goals in a season for him, I think.
I hate to dampen his enthusiasm. He's still on 9 yellow cards this season. Barros claiming a free kick as Colwell challenged him.
Tell you what, he had a reasonable point, because Colwell's arms were up there as Milan Barros looking to get in behind him.
Didi Hamann. Foul by Viduka.
Well, this is where he felt he was harshly dealt with here. You can see Colwell there getting the wrong side of him, and then his arms clearly around Milan Barros. And I think he had every justification to have a word with the referee.
Well, Liverpool have won 5 of their last 6 games here at Ellen Road in the Premiership. Salif Diao scored the only goal of the equivalent fixture last season. Can they go on to win again, or will Leeds get the 3 points that will take them out of the relegation places?
Just noticing Alan Smith just shouting over towards the touchline. He came into this game with a shin injury that he picked up at Old Trafford last week, and just again speaking to him beforehand, I think that he felt perhaps if Leeds had had a few more resources from an attacking point of view, he may well have not figured in this game today, but he's played, and he's played to great effect. But I just wonder whether it's just catching up with him at the moment.
Well, we're in that crucial period of a game when players are beginning to get tired, and maybe both managers thinking of making changes. Emil Heskey clearly about to come on for Liverpool. He's had a back problem. Missed the game against Levski on Thursday night, and was forced off in the FA Cup replay at Pompey. Gerrard doesn't lose many of those 50-50 battles, does he? Murphy. Barros. And the referee plays a neat little 1-2 to Pennant. Viduka.
Pushed Steve Gerrard wide right at the moment. Danny Murphy has just gone into a more central midfield role, trying to get Steven Gerrard's creative qualities into a wide area and perhaps provide opportunities for the front two.
Finnan's header. McPhail. Comes to Steven Gerrard. Volleyed first time ball for Barros to chase. Colwell do well. Domi. Not long again by Finnan, but Barros is offside here.
Yeah, I think this is the opportunity now for him to be substituted. Really has given his all today. Milan Barros had a superb performance. Involved in a lot of the good things regarding Liverpool today, and of course getting that vital goal, and it was a superb goal. Great footwork to get him into a scoring opportunity, and it was wonderfully finished, and he deserved that, and you can understand why the Liverpool fans are giving him a wonderful applause.
Still only 22 as well, the Czech Republic international. His best days and years still to come. Emil Heskey comes back. Scored 3 times in 7 previous appearances for Liverpool against Leeds, and strangely enough, they've all come right here at Ellen Road. Gets his first touch straight away. Gerrard safely back to his goalkeeper. And Smith's got another injury.
Well, he's been struggling for the last 5 minutes or so. I talked about this shin problem that he had, resulting in a challenge that he got against Manchester United last week. And Eddie Gray, obviously very concerned, because Alan Smith, the way he's playing at the moment, you know, they can't afford to take chances. 10 minutes to go, you know, it's 2-2. I know the game is evenly poised, but you know, the fact is, if he does remain out there and create any more problems for himself, you don't want to be losing him for another 3 or 4 weeks.
Didi Hamann. Here's Houpier. Now Murphy. Gerrard's making a run, but he's only presented it straight to Johnson. That failed. Esky intercepts. Johnson wins it back, and it almost ran loose to Pennant, who would have been offside anyway. There's Finnan. Domi did well. He read that splendidly. Pennant didn't read the ball to him. Going to be a change for Leeds United now. And it looks as though Alan Smith isn't able to continue any longer. Into the last 10 minutes, he comes off to a well-deserved standing ovation from this 40,000 crowd at Ellen Road. What a wonderful game he had. Replaced by the 20-year-old Simon Johnson, making only his 5th appearance in the Premiership. Young player has been out on loan to a couple of nationwide league clubs, Blackpool and Hull. Offside there, Viduka. Well, you'd have to say on the balance of play, a point each is probably a just outcome to this game, but with 8 minutes to go, we could have a winner yet. Hamann's foul. Eddie Gray and his number 2, the highly thought of Kevin Blackwell, both urging Leeds players forward for this free kick. They want to win it, of course, every bit as desperately as Liverpool. Dominic Matteo playing it in. Viduka beaten to it by Gerrard. Away then by Danny Murphy to Owen. Here's Cure. Time to take it down and size up his options. Owen. Good block.
That was a great block, wasn't it? That was better defending from Leeds United. Didier Domi just throwing himself at the feet of Michael Owen, and it was an important block because it looked as if Owen had got his strike away very well indeed.
Liverpool, of course, in that battle for the 4th Champions League spot. Chelsea, remember, beat them to it on the final day of last season. And would you believe, on the final day of this season, Liverpool play Newcastle, who at the moment look like their biggest rivals for that position, though Charlton will have a say in things as well. Johnson intercepts. Simon. Seth, well, there's Simon Johnson is on as well now, so we've got 2 Johnsons, 2 S. Johnsons in the Leeds lineup. Kelly's throw. Looking for Simon Johnson, but Leeds get another throw anyway.
Well, they're a weary bunch, don't they, both sets of players. Of course, Liverpool having the extra problem of playing on Thursday evening. But both sets of players really have put an awful lot into this football match. It's made for terrific entertainment. We've seen goals, we've seen thrills, spills, seen some strange defending at times. We have seen a marvellously entertaining football match.
But will we, I wonder, see a winner with 5 minutes remaining now? Well, you can see the funny side of things still.
Well, they say if you don't laugh, you might just cry. And, well, sure, will be delighted with his side from an attacking point of view today. But perhaps defensively, he's seen his two centre-backs have a severe examination by Smith and Viduka.
Heskey's giving it away to Seth Johnson. Now Kelly, who presents it straight back to Hammond. Simon Johnson comes in with a bit of a over-physical challenge. Murphy to Owen. Hammond with a great ball. Finnan. Liverpool loading players into the penalty area, and it's come to Michael Owen. No. Hupia. Oh, that's good play. Hammond. Murphy on to Kuehl. And now Owen. Hammond picks up the loose ball and just keeps going. Another splendid save by Robinson.
Oh, what a save. That's just been the difference between perhaps gaining 1 point and losing all three, because that was heading for the top corner. Didier, man, you're really looking for him to do this on more than one occasion, because he gets himself forward and strikes a superb effort.
Heskey on the far post and off the line. I think it was the substitute, Simon Johnson.
Yeah, it was indeed. It was an important role that he played on the post. And this will just give the impetus to Liverpool now. Time running out. But what a superb save from Paul Robinson, an important save. 2-2 with only 2 or 3 minutes to go.
Seth Johnson. Clearance by Sami Hupia. Liverpool come forward again. Gerrard. That's good work by Colwell. Matteo. Now Domi. Seth Johnson. Clearance by Finnan. He wasn't going to let that one go to a red shirt, was he? Dominic Matteo. Hupia. Hammond finds Heskey. And on it goes again to Harry Kuehl. He's had a disappointing second half, Kuehl. Milner.
Yeah, both sides really looking a little bit sloppy now in possession. I'm sure Liverpool will point to the 2 opportunities that they've just had, that perhaps they could have just clinched 3 points for their side, but Eddie Gray's team just holding on. They're just asking for that little bit more effort. A couple of minutes to go. You know, I talked about it earlier, you know, a point is a big point this stage. They're so close. 4, 5, 6 teams at the bottom of the Premier Division.
Liverpool heading at the moment for what would be their 7th away draw of the season. Only Newcastle have drawn more away games. Murphy. Gerrard, lovely ball, measured along the turf to Carragher. And now Kuehl. And it goes back to Carragher. Chances here for Liverpool. It's only a corner. It could easily have been a goal. Colwell stabs it behind.
Yeah, good defending from Stephen Colwell. Went to sleep a little bit, Jermaine Pennant. Didn't follow the run of Jamie Carragher, but Stephen Colwell found himself in a good defending position.
We're in the last minute at Ellen Road. It's 2-2. Great header away by Viduka. But back come Liverpool again. Steven Gerrard. Well, he really went for that. They're all picking on Gary Kelly at the moment.
Feeding the wars, isn't it? You know, first it was his left ankle, now it's his head, taking the blow from the strike from Steven Gerrard.
Hupia hit it straight against Colwell. The Liverpool fans were shouting handball.
There wasn't a big claim though from the players, and that was the key thing. I'm not sure whether Paul Durkin had a great view of it. The Liverpool fans certainly did. Colwell just trying to block the challenge. His arms were raised.
Haman. There'll be 2 minutes of stoppage time. Murphy. Carragher's still remaining forward. Haman, Gerrard. Oh, what a ball that was to Owen. Good tackle by Kelly.
Well, they're going to get a lot of bodies behind the ball now, Leeds United, under intense pressure from Liverpool. Searching for that winning goal. Just want that one opportunity to fall in the box.
Haman, Finnan. Leeds can't break out. Gerrard. This is Kuehl. 10 Liverpool players inside the Leeds half at the moment. Danny Murphy's done brilliantly, but then couldn't connect with the shot.
Oh, that's a great shame, because his approach work was absolutely superb. Got himself into a shooting position, was quite comfortable, but the way that he rides a couple of challenges here from Leeds United players, he can't find the power.
Well, Paul Robinson, if Leeds go on to earn a point, deserves a big pat on the back for his contribution. Owen. Well played, Michael Owen. Ball into space for Kuehl. Caldwell stood up against him and didn't foul him. Pennant. This could be Leeds' final attack of the game. Viduka. It's a good ball as well for Milner. And in it goes. What an important header away that was.
Well, it was, you know, because he has two Leeds players bearing down. It's a fabulous ball from James Milner at the far post, but look at Viduka and then look at Pennant. But fortunately for Liverpool, Jamie Carragher makes a superb header. But what an important one that might prove to be now.
This is it. Final throw of the dice, surely. Johnson, and what a save by... Oh, well, Domi got the header, and the save by Kirkland was absolutely outstanding.
Well, I'm not sure who this hits in the end, you know. It's a fabulous header from Domi, but I think it's between Pennant, perhaps, and a Liverpool defender.
Yeah, I was praising Kirkland. Looking at it again, I'm not even sure he did get a hand to it, but it's all over anyway at Ellen Road. And I have to say, I think the right result. Gerard Houllier doesn't look too pleased, but for me, Leeds did enough to deserve a point out of this game. A splendid game of football it was too. Harry Kuehl on his first return to Ellen Road as a Liverpool player scored. Mark Viduka ended up giving them the lead after Arik Bakar, who later left the field injured, had scored the equaliser. And then Liverpool came back again with a splendid goal by Milan Baroš. 2-2 was the score at half-time, 2-2 at full-time, though there were countless opportunities as well in that second half. Didi Hamann saw a great effort saved by Paul Robinson, who had an outstanding match in the Leeds United goal. Handshakes all round. A really competitive football match. And both teams will be reasonably satisfied, though both, I'm sure, equally frustrated that they haven't been able to take all 3 points. Final score here, Leeds United 2, Liverpool 2.